Morning. How are you this Saturday morning? Join me for some mindful tea. Got our kettle here. Gonna pour into the hot water into the teapot for a nice cup of morning tea. Welcome to Mindful Tea ASMR. Today we're going to be using artisan flowering tea bulbs from the Tea Makers of London. We've already had the jasmine ring, so we're going to get something else today. Today we're going to go for Oriental Beauty. Looks quite pretty. Inside we've just got this bulb. Looks like this. This bulb, when it's in the water, is going to open up and flower. So let's do that now. We're going to let this brew for a few minutes. It says to let it brew for 5 minutes at 90 Celsius in water. Let's let that happen. It says it's a stunning artisan tea handmade by combining the highest grade green tea with delicate flowers. When steeped, the bundle expands and unfurls in a process that emulates a blooming flower, producing a balanced taste, great aroma and spectacle for the eyes. So I'm not sure exactly what type of tea this is. It just says Oriental Beauty, but then the ingredients are listed as green tea, silver needle, jasmine, rosebuds, marigold. So it might be one of those. Either way, I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful tea I'm going to love having. I'm going to move this around so you can see what the bulb looks like. Actually, the bulb doesn't want to seem to stay. You can't really see that. Bulb. So as this is going to take a while to brew this tea this morning, I'm just going to have a little chit chat and really remember why we're doing this tea meditation and setting this intention for the tea. Our tea time each morning is meant to be a time when we can relax and make some time for ourselves to clear our minds. The whole purpose of tea meditation is to practice mindfulness. It's another way to practice mindfulness rather than your typical 10-minute meditation, which some people might struggle to do. So this is just a way to kind of integrate mindfulness into your daily routine in a non-intimidating way or in a non-intense way, because some people may struggle with that. So that's the whole purpose of the Mindful Tea channel, just to encourage people to be more mindful when they're drinking their tea, if they know meditation is a challenge, if they've tried it before, or they can't find the time during their day. It's just really to show you that it can be as easy as just making a cup of tea and hitting the pause button on your mind while you're drinking or making your tea every day. So let's talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness is basically being in the present. There's many definitions of mindfulness, but mindfulness is basically being mindful, doing things mindfully. And how do you do things mindfully? You do things mindfully by being present. Zen basically kind of taught that is really the definition of mindfulness, is being present. And often you can use anchors like a breath to really help someone be in the moment, or to help bring your awareness to the moment. But it could be anything. You could be mindful when you're making tea. You could be mindful when you're drinking tea. It could be mindfulness. You could be practicing mindfulness as you're doing Tai Chi. You could be practicing mindfulness when you are just sitting still and breathing. There's so many ways that you can practice mindfulness. It's not limited to any one particular way. But the most important thing is that we are mindful. We do take the time to be mindful, and from there all good things stem. So that's basically essentially it. Winding the mind down, being present, taking in everything of that moment. Some monks actually practice mindfulness by looking at a wall, just really focusing on the wall, taking in all the grains on the wall. Or you could come back to the tea making and be present with your body, mind and soul in that moment, or the few minutes when you're drinking your tea. So how can we be mindful in this moment while we're drinking our tea? Well, first of all, our body is present, so our senses must be present. What does the tea look like? What does the tea smell like? How does the teapot feel? All these things help me engage in the moment and actually be more present in the actual moment. So I'm not just spinning at 100 miles an hour. I'm actually slowing down to actually make the tea drinking almost deconstructing the tea making in a way, or the tea experience in a way. Your mind stopping everything else that you were thinking about. The most important thing for this tea time is the tea and me. The world stops. This is the most important thing. How is your soul present? Your soul's present because it knows that this is a time for nurture. So often we go through life mindlessly. We don't even think of nurture, or we don't even think of anything to boost our self-esteem or self-love. But when we do things like this, daily rituals like this, it really helps our mind know that we are important and we are worth it, and we take care of ourselves, and it's a starting point that dictates how other people treat us. So now it looks like this tea is bloomed. You can see that in the teapot. If I can move it. Let's see. Oh, it's quite hot. Can you see that? See how it's bloomed? See how it's so pretty now? Often that's all it takes, just some time. Well, I think I've spoken enough for today. So what I want you to do now is just go ahead and enjoy your tea. Have a great day.